Welcome everyone to my new short series where I make fun of your ships. I'm very happy that you guys are here. You guys are champions. Thank you so much for everything that you do. Thank you for the likes on my videos. Thank you for watching them all the way through. If you want me to continue this series, then just keep doing what you do. And our good friend Ian wanted us to talk about some ships in EVE radiate pure aggression. Some ships exist to be a tactical masterpiece. And then there is the Nightmare, a ship that listens to My Chemical Romance, wears all black, and doesn't care if you don't get it. This Sansha Nation battleship is the ultimate space emo. It glows with an eerie neon energy, because what's the point of being deadly if you don't also look mysterious and misunderstood? It moves faster than any battleship should, because running away from its problem is not an option. If the Nightmare had a motto, it would be, you wouldn't understand. So let's break down why the Nightmare is the interstellar version of that one emo kid who wrote poetry about how much they hated everybody, but somehow still got all the attention. The first thing you notice about the Nightmare is that it looks like it took an Amarian battleship and let a vampire redesign it. The hull is long and sleek, like a sci-fi hearse that delivers funerals at lightning speed. Now the entire ship looks like it should be playing an electric guitar in deep space instead of fighting wars. This ship wasn't built for practical people. It was built for the kind of pilot who stay up late staring at the stars and thinking about how love is fleeting but laser beams are forever. If the Nightmare were a person, it would stand in the rain without an umbrella, dramatically saying, "I'm fine. I like the pain." The front of the Nightmare is so aggressively emo that it probably wrote a blog about its own existence. The sharp plating makes it look like a futuristic gothic cathedral, because Sansha Nation believes in only two things: dominance and aesthetics. The glowing blue-green streaks pulse like it's trying to summon something unholy, which honestly, it probably is. The whole design leans slightly forward, as if it is sighing dramatically while preparing to obliterate your entire fleet. This ship is not here to joke around. This ship is here to stare deep in your soul and tell you that everything is meaningless, and then vaporize you with lasers. If the Nightmare went to school, it would have had black painted fingernails and a poetry book full of destructive thoughts. Most battleships in EVE looks like war machines. Brutal, practical and efficient. The armor plating of the Nightmare is smooth, dark and hauntingly beautiful. Because even in war, it refuses to be anything less than dramatic. The entire hull glows like it's powered by the tears of forgotten dreams. The structure is seamless because this ship doesn't break. It just suffers poetically. The ship doesn't tank damage like a brawler. This ship absorbs your soul and turns it into an abstract art piece. If the Nightmare was a fashion choice, it would be a long black trench coat worn indoors for no reason. The Nightmare doesn't use missiles, autocannons or hybrid weapons. No, it only uses lasers. The ship is designed for tachyon beam lasers because it believes that suffering should be both beautiful and painful at the same time. The range is absurd, meaning it can hit you from so far away that you wouldn't even know what killed you. Every shot it fires drains its own energy, which is the most emo thing a ship can do. This ship hurts itself to hurt you, and it likes it. If the Nightmare was a band, it would be an AFI covering of Joe Division's song while staring into the abyss. The Nightmare is fast. Ridiculously fast for a battleship. The thrusters glow with eerie Sansha energy, like it's running on pure existential dread. It moves with the grace of a tragic anti-hero who just lost everything and now seeks revenge. It turns smoother than it should, because even when it's in motion, it never loses its cool. This ship does not panic. This ship slowly closes in while making intense eye contact, daring you to make a move. The Nightmare does not fight fair. The Nightmare does not play nice. The Nightmare wants you weak, drained and helpless before it finishes you off. It uses energy neutralizers to sap your capacitator, meaning the more you fight, the more exhausted you become. It fires massive beam of light, but somehow still radiates pure darkness. It never chases you down. It just watches you struggle until you realize there's nowhere to run. If the nightmare was a relationship, it would be that one ex who still texts you cryptic messages at 2 AM just to make sure that you never fully move on. If the ship had crew members, what would the inside of a nightmare look like? The hallways would be dimly lit with black marble floors that echo every footstep. The control panels would be made of dark metal, illuminated only by the eerie green glow of the ship's energy core. Every room would have a little bit of fog rolling across the floor for no damn reason. No one actually flies a nightmare. If you fly a nightmare, you are making a statement. If the nightmare was a house, it would be a Victorian mansion with candles, velvet curtains, and an unsettling painting that might be watching you. At this point, you might be wondering, why does the nightmare look like a depressed supermodel with a death wish? The answer: because Sansha engineers don't build ships for practicality. They don't build ships for normal people, and they do not build ships for happiness. They build ships for power, suffering, and the aesthetic. And in that respect, they absolutely nailed it. The nightmare is not here to be reasonable. The nightmare is not here to be kind. The nightmare is here to drain your soul and wreck your ship and then fly away whispering, "You never really knew me." If the Hyperion is a gym bro and the Maelstrom is a war brick with too much stamina, then the nightmare is a brooding poet who only smiles when watching something burn. Long live the tragic, beautiful space emo of New Eden. And that, my friends, make it one of the ugliest ships in EVE. Like the video if you want more, subscribe, and hopefully I can fall asleep with a smile tonight.